Shirley Temple's arrival in Hollywood at just 3 years old set off a remarkable yet challenging path. Her innate charisma, along with her impressive singing and dancing skills, quickly endeared her to audiences across the nation and beyond. She appeared in numerous films, often portraying roles that highlighted her youthful innocence, which starkly contrasted with the demanding nature of the industry. Despite her tender age, she was thrust into a spotlight that required her to perform under immense pressure, often pushing her beyond her limits. The studios recognized her potential and capitalized on her charm, turning her into a lucrative asset. However, this success came at a cost, as she was molded into a brand rather than being allowed to grow and develop as a child. The pressures of fame and the expectations placed upon her created a complex environment where the joy of performance was often overshadowed by the darker realities of exploitation that many child stars faced during that era. Despite her widespread appeal and clear talent, Hollywood was unable or unwilling to see Shirley Temple as anything beyond the adorable child star. Even as she matured, she found herself trapped in roles that capitalized on her youthful image. Studios profited from the established Shirley Temple brand rather than supporting her growth as an actress. This situation became increasingly frustrating for her as she grew older. The industry's inability to embrace her transition from child to adult severely limited her options, leaving her boxed into juvenile roles that did not reflect her true capabilities. This rigid typecasting hindered her ability to evolve as an actress. While she possessed the beauty, grace, and talent to carry her into new roles, she was unable to shake the public's image of her as America's sweetheart. The roles she was offered often felt like a repetition of her earlier successes, preventing her from exploring the depth and range she longed to showcase. As a result, her career became a reflection of the industry's reluctance to adapt, leaving her with a legacy that, while beloved, did not fully capture her potential as a versatile performer. Shirley's life in Hollywood was marred by relentless exploitation that affected every aspect of her childhood. She worked grueling hours, often without regard for her well-being, while being controlled by family members and industry figures who saw her primarily as a source of income. This exploitation extended beyond the set, as her father mismanaged her earnings, leaving her with a fraction of the wealth she generated. She was subjected to unimaginable pressures to keep performing, often being treated more as a commodity than a child. In addition, her environment was far from safe. Shirley faced harassment and inappropriate behavior from adults on set, further emphasizing the lack of protection for young stars in the industry at the time. Her resilience in the face of these challenges is remarkable, as she continued to perform and maintain a positive public image despite the trauma she endured. The pressures of fame and the demands of the industry took a toll on her mental and emotional health, highlighting the darker side of child stardom. Shirley's films often placed her in disturbing roles that portrayed her in adult-like situations, far from appropriate for a child of her age. In the Baby Burlesque series, she was forced into roles that were thinly veiled parodies of adult themes, casting her as a street worker or a seductive character. These roles exploited her innocence and subjected her to a disturbing form of hypersexualization, showcasing the dark side of Hollywood's entertainment practices. These portrayals were not isolated incidents, but part of a pattern of objectifying children for the sake of profit. With Shirley bearing the brunt of this controversial approach, her roles often required her to mimic adult behaviors, a jarring and inappropriate expectation for a young child, and one that she had little ability to refuse given her age and dependency on those in charge. The pressure to perform in such a manner not only affected her childhood, but also raised questions about the ethics of casting children in roles that blurred the lines between innocence and adult themes. The impact of these experiences would linger, shaping her views on the industry and her later career choices. While Shirley's mother, Gertrude, was present on set as her hairdresser and claimed to supervise her, this supervision often fell short of protecting Shirley from harm. Although her mother tried to keep Shirley safe, her control was limited in an environment dominated by powerful studio executives and directors. Gertrude's presence was a double-edged sword. On one hand, it kept Shirley close, but on the other, it meant she was perpetually exposed to the industry's toxic environment. Gertrude pushed Shirley into the limelight, hoping to live out her own dreams of fame through her daughter, yet was often unaware or unwilling to see the extent of the abuse Shirley suffered. Despite her mother's influence and guidance, Shirley's needs as a child were largely neglected in favor of furthering her career. illustrating the complex and often troubling dynamic between stage parents and child stars. The pressures of the film industry, combined with Gertrude's ambitions, created a challenging situation for Shirley, who was just a child trying to navigate a world that often prioritized profit over her well-being. When Shirley Temple bravely tried to share the painful experiences of abuse she faced, she encountered a heartbreaking reality. Her mother, the person she looked to for support, dismissed her concerns. This lack of belief left Shirley feeling isolated and alone, without the validation she desperately needed. Instead of finding comfort and understanding, she learned that speaking out would not bring her protection or justice. Instead, it would lead to disbelief and further emotional turmoil. This experience compounded her trauma, teaching her to suppress her feelings and navigate her struggles in silence. The emotional toll was immense, shaping her into a resilient yet guarded individual. The isolation she faced reflects a broader issue within the entertainment industry, particularly for child actors. Many of them find themselves without a proper support system, often in an environment that prioritizes profit over the well-being of young performers. Shirley's story highlights the critical need for understanding and support for those who endure similar hardships. Despite the challenges she faced, Shirley Temple publicly praised her mother, expressing gratitude and admiration. She often spoke about how her mother played a crucial role in shaping her grounded personality. Shirley described her mother as loving and supportive, highlighting the positive influence she had on her life. This portrayal stands in contrast to the more complicated realities of her private experiences, which may not have always reflected the same warmth. Shirley's enduring loyalty to her family is evident in her desire to see the best in those she loved, even when circumstances were difficult attendant. Even when her family fell short in providing her the protection she needed, Shirley chose to focus on the positive aspects of her relationship with her mother. This choice demonstrates her forgiving nature and deep resilience. Her ability to maintain a positive outlook on her family life, despite its complexities, reveals her inner strength and maturity. Shirley's perspective showcases how she valued the love and support she received, allowing her to rise above the challenges and maintain a hopeful view of her family dynamics. The Shirley Temple curls became one of Hollywood's most recognizable hairstyles, capturing the hearts of audiences around the world. Each night, Shirley's mother would meticulously curl her hair using small rollers, a process that often left Shirley feeling uncomfortable. Despite this discomfort, the curls became a central part of her public persona, symbolizing innocence and charm. The iconic look was not just a hairstyle, it was a defining feature that fans eagerly tried to emulate. The pressure on Shirley to maintain this specific image was immense, highlighting the sacrifices she made for public perception. Her nightly routine of enduring discomfort to achieve the perfect curls underscores the expectations placed on child stars in Hollywood. The curls became an integral part of her brand, representing the idealized image that the industry crafted for her. Behind the scenes, however, Shirley faced real struggles that were often masked by her cheerful appearance. The contrast between her public image and private life reveals the complexities of fame and the toll it can take on young performers. The curls, while charming and beloved, also serve as a reminder of the pressures that come with being in the spotlight. From a young age, Shirley Temple endured extensive beauty routines that were both demanding and uncomfortable. One of the most notable aspects of her regimen was the use of vinegar rinses, which she applied to keep her hair shiny and appealing. This practice highlights the extreme lengths to which she went to meet the beauty standards set by Hollywood. Even as a child, she was expected to wear makeup to enhance her on-screen presence. This included blush, lip gloss, and mascara, which was quite unusual for children during that era. Her morning routine was rigorous and focused on creating an image of perfection that audiences had come to expect from her performances. These beauty routines reflect the superficial demands of the film industry, which often prioritized Shirley's appearance over her comfort and well-being. While she presented a flawless image to the world, the beauty routines she endured served as a stark reminder of the unrealistic standards imposed upon her. Despite her rigorous schedule and the pressures of fame, Shirley remained kind, polite, and approachable, earning the respect and admiration of crew members who worked with her. She was known for her genuine interactions with everyone on set, from fellow actors to crew members, showing a level of humility uncommon among stars. Shirley's ability to stay grounded and maintain a positive attitude in such a demanding industry speaks to her remarkable character. She treated others with respect, valuing the contributions of everyone involved in her productions, a trait that endeared her to colleagues and solidified her reputation as Hollywood's sweetheart. Her warm smile and friendly demeanor made her a joy to work with, and many who encountered her recall her as a bright light in the often challenging world of show business. This humility not only set her apart from many of her contemporaries, but also created a lasting legacy of kindness that continues to inspire those in the industry today. As Shirley grew older, she became the subject of intense scrutiny from tabloids and gossip columns, which frequently criticized her appearance and questioned her development. This scrutiny was harsh and unrelenting, with the media dissecting her every move, often in unkind and unfair ways. Rumors circulated that questioned her maturity and even her real age, with some speculating that she was a 30-year-old dwarf pretending to be a child. This constant criticism created an environment where Shirley's sense of self was perpetually challenged by public opinion, illustrating the pressures faced by child stars who grow up under the spotlight. The relentless focus on her looks and behavior made it difficult for her to navigate her teenage years. The media's harsh judgments often overshadowed her talents and achievements, reducing her to mere gossip fodder. This environment not only affected her public image, but also took a toll on her mental health, as she struggled to reconcile her identity with the expectations placed upon her. The impact of such scrutiny is a stark reminder of the challenges that come with fame, especially for those who start their careers at a young age. The public's fascination with Shirley Temple often crossed the line into invasive behaviors that highlighted the challenges of her childhood fame. Many adults and fans felt entitled to invade her personal space, treating her as a curiosity rather than a young girl with her own feelings and boundaries. One particularly intrusive behavior involved people tugging on her famous curls, questioning whether they were real. This lack of respect for her autonomy illustrated the difficulties faced by child stars who grow up under the relentless gaze of the public. Instead of being seen as a person, Shirley was often viewed as a spectacle, a source of entertainment for those around her. The constant scrutiny and pressure to maintain her image made it hard for her to experience a normal childhood. Such incidents reflect a broader issue in the entertainment industry, where young stars are often perceived as public property, leading to a troubling disregard for their privacy and personal needs. The impact of these experiences on Shirley's life and well-being cannot be understated, as they shaped her understanding of fame and personal boundaries. Shirley's roles in baby burlesques and other early films forced her into inappropriate portrayals, including scenes where she was made to act as a seductress or mimic adult behavior. These films often presented a troubling mix of innocence and adult themes, pushing young children into situations that were not suitable for their age. The silent box punishment she endured on set further exemplifies the cruelty of the industry, as young children were disciplined in ways that would be unacceptable today. This method of punishment involved isolating children in a box, which was meant to enforce silence and obedience, highlighting the harsh realities of working in Hollywood at that time. Shirley's experiences in these films reveal a disturbing trend in Hollywood, where child actors were frequently exploited for the sake of entertainment. This exploitation was masked as comedy or parody, but its effects on Shirley's childhood were profound and deeply unsettling. The pressure to perform and conform to adult expectations took a toll on her, shaping her early years in ways that would leave lasting scars. The industry's disregard for the well-being of child actors raises important questions about the ethics of entertainment and the responsibilities of those in power. Shirley Temple's story serves as a reminder of the darker side of fame and the need for greater protections for young performers. Despite her immense success as a child star, Shirley Temple faced significant financial mismanagement that would haunt her into adulthood. Earning millions from her films, she was a beloved figure in Hollywood, captivating audiences with her charm and talent. However, her father played a crucial role in her financial downfall. Instead of safeguarding her earnings, he used the money for personal expenses, leaving her with a mere $44,000 by the time she reached adulthood. This betrayal was not just a financial blow. It compounded the exploitation she experienced as a child actor. The income she worked tirelessly to generate was squandered, depriving her of the financial security and independence that should have been hers. At a time when she should have been enjoying the rewards of her hard work, she found herself vulnerable and unprotected. This situation sheds light on a broader issue within the entertainment industry, where many child actors face similar exploitation, often lacking control over their own earnings and futures. The story of Shirley Temple serves as a poignant reminder of the need for better protections for young performers in the industry. As Shirley entered her teenage years, her popularity waned and studios began to lose interest in casting her. The transition from child star to adult actress proved challenging as audiences struggled to accept her in more mature roles. Films like The Blue Bird and The Young People underperformed at the box office, signaling a shift in public interest. With her childhood charm fading, Shirley faced the harsh reality of Hollywood's fickle nature, where she was quickly replaced by new faces. Her struggle to reinvent herself as an actress exemplifies the difficulties child stars face when attempting to transition into adult roles in an industry that is quick to discard them. The innocence and joy that once captivated audiences no longer resonated in the same way, leaving her to navigate a landscape that had changed dramatically. Despite her efforts to adapt, the industry seemed to move on, leaving her to confront the challenges of finding new opportunities and redefining her identity as an actress. The pressures of maintaining relevance in a competitive environment weighed heavily on her, illustrating the often harsh realities faced by those who once shone brightly in the spotlight. During her time in Hollywood, Shirley Temple faced numerous instances of harassment that highlighted the darker side of the film industry. One of the most notorious incidents involved the powerful producer David O. Selznick. He locked her in his office, pursuing her in an attempt to force himself on her. Shirley, however, managed to evade him repeatedly, which ultimately led him to stop his advances. This encounter was not an isolated event. It was part of a troubling pattern where influential men in Hollywood often exploited young actresses. The environment was rife with predatory behavior, and many actresses felt pressured to submit to the advances of powerful figures if they wanted to advance their careers. Shirley's experience with Selznick serves as a stark reminder of the challenges faced by women in the industry during that era. It sheds light on the systemic issues that allowed such behavior to persist, creating a culture where the ambitions of young actresses were often overshadowed by the predatory actions of those in power. The stories of Shirley and others reveal the urgent need for change in Hollywood, emphasizing the importance of protecting vulnerable individuals from exploit. In the face of numerous challenges, Shirley Temple demonstrated extraordinary resilience throughout her early career in Hollywood. She began acting as a child and quickly became a beloved star, captivating audiences with her charm and talent. However, the pressures of fame and the demands of the film industry took a toll on her. Despite these adversities, she continued to work diligently in Hollywood until her early 20s, showcasing her determination and strength. Yet, the cumulative effects of her experiences led her to make a significant decision in 1950. She chose to retire from acting, a choice that symbolized her desire to reclaim her identity and distance herself from the roles that had defined her youth. This retirement marked a pivotal moment in her life, as she stepped away from the spotlight to create a new life beyond the silver screen. Shirley's journey reflects her resilience and her quest for happiness on her own terms, illustrating her strength and determination to forge a path that was uniquely hers. Following her retirement, Shirley Temple embarked on a successful career in public service, becoming a diplomat and representing the United States in various countries, including Ghana. Her work in politics showcased a different side of her character, one that was driven by a desire to make a positive impact. Shirley's diplomatic career allowed her to use her fame and influence for meaningful causes, and she became an advocate for international relations and humanitarian issues. She worked tirelessly to promote understanding and cooperation between nations, believing that dialogue could lead to better outcomes for all. Her transition into public service demonstrated her commitment to creating a legacy beyond Hollywood, focusing on causes that mattered deeply to her. Shirley's efforts in diplomacy were marked by her genuine concern for global issues, and she often emphasized the importance of education and health in developing countries. Through her work, she inspired many to consider the role of public service in making the world a better place. Shirley's first marriage to John Ager was fraught with difficulties, as he struggled with alcoholism and was unfaithful. Their marriage, which began with a grand ceremony, quickly became troubled. The initial excitement faded as the reality of their relationship set in. Shirley found herself facing challenges that she had not anticipated. John's battles with alcohol led to a strained home life, filled with tension and disappointment. His infidelity added to the emotional turmoil, leaving Shirley feeling isolated and hurt. Eventually, she cited mental cruelty as grounds for divorce, a decision that was not easy but necessary for her well-being. This experience, while painful, allowed her to emerge stronger and more resilient. She gained custody of their daughter, which became a pivotal moment in her life. Moving forward, Shirley sought stability and love amidst the chaos of her career and personal life. Her determination to end the marriage marked an important step toward finding happiness and independence, showcasing her strength in overcoming adversity. Shirley's second marriage to Charles Alden Black brought her the stability and love she had longed for throughout her life. Charles, a successful businessman, became her rock, supporting her through both the good times and the challenges they faced together. Their marriage lasted an impressive 54 years, a testament to the deep bond they shared until his passing. This relationship stood in stark contrast to her first marriage, where she often felt unappreciated and misunderstood. With Charles, Shirley found a partner who truly respected and cherished her, allowing her to flourish in a way she had not experienced before. Their life together was filled with joy and companionship, providing her with a fulfilling personal life that was free from the pressures and difficulties that had marked her early years in Hollywood. The stability she found with Charles played a crucial role in her happiness after leaving the spotlight, allowing her to embrace a new chapter filled with love and support. In her later years, Shirley faced health challenges, including a battle with breast cancer at age 44. She approached her diagnosis with bravery, becoming one of the first celebrities to publicly speak about her cancer, raising awareness for others. Shirley's openness about her illness demonstrated her courage and commitment to helping others, even in the face of personal adversity. Her willingness to share her story highlighted her strength and resilience as she continued to inspire others with her fortitude and grace. Her battle with cancer added another layer to her legacy as she broke barriers in public health awareness. By discussing her experiences, she encouraged many to seek early detection and treatment, showing that even someone as beloved as she could face serious health issues. This transparency not only helped to destigmatize cancer, but also provided comfort to those who were struggling with similar challenges. Shirley's journey through illness became a testament to her character, proving that her influence extended far beyond her childhood stardom. Shirley's legacy is one of resilience, grace, and unwavering strength, inspiring generations through her life story. Despite the exploitation and hardship she faced, Shirley emerged as a symbol of hope, overcoming her painful past to build a fulfilling life. Her early years in Hollywood were marked by immense pressure and the challenges of child stardom, yet she managed to maintain her spirit and charm. As she transitioned from a beloved child actress to a respected adult, she faced the complexities of life with dignity. Her contributions to public service, particularly as a U.S. ambassador, showcased her commitment to making a difference in the world. Shirley Temple's legacy continues to inspire admiration and respect, serving as a reminder of the courage it takes to rise above adversity and the importance of resilience in the face of life's challenges. Her story resonates with many, encouraging individuals to find strength within themselves and to persevere through difficult times. Shirley Temple's early years in Hollywood were marked by a whirlwind of activity that shaped her into a cultural icon. As a child star, she was often required to perform in demanding roles that showcased her talents. Yet the pressure to succeed was immense. The studios, eager to capitalize on her charm, pushed her to meet high expectations, often sacrificing her childhood in the process. While she dazzled audiences with her singing and dancing, the reality behind the scenes was far more complex. The industry sought to mold her into a perfect image, prioritizing profit over her well-being. This relentless pursuit of success led to a loss of innocence as she navigated a world that often exploited young talent. Despite her achievements, the toll of fame weighed heavily on her, creating a tension between her public persona and private struggles. As she grew older, Shirley Temple would reflect on these experiences, revealing the challenges faced by child stars and the need for greater protections in the entertainment industry. The legacy of her early career serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between talent and the pressures of fame, highlighting the importance of nurturing young performers in a supportive environment.